Have you ever stopped to think about what makes a scary story actually scary? I mean, it's not just about ghosts or jump scares, right? It's about how it's built. It's about taking something completely normal, something you've experienced 100 times, and just twisting it, one little piece at a time. So today, we're going to tear one apart and see exactly how a story builds its architecture of fear.
And it all starts right here, with a sound we've all heard a million times, a recorded bus announcement. But listen, something's off. It's glitching out. Now, this tiny little electronic stutter, that's the first crack in the wall of reality. It's so small you could almost ignore it, but that's the hook. That's the exact moment the ordinary starts to fray.
You see, before any story can get truly terrifying, it first has to be completely, totally normal. The best horror stories know this. You have to build a believable, even boring world first, because that ordinary foundation, that's what all the dread is going to be built on top of. And just look at these pieces. A late-night bus, an empty highway, some flickering streetlights. There's just one passenger, tired, probably scrolling on their phone, and a driver who hasn't said a word. This whole scene is built on a feeling we've all had, that quiet late-night isolation. It's so familiar, so relatable, and that familiarity is the very thing the story is about to use as a weapon against us. Okay, so the stage is set. It's normal, it's quiet. Now the story starts feeding us these little glitches. It's a series of events, each one weirder than the last, that slowly, methodically peel back all the layers of normal. This is the slow unraveling, and it's designed to ratchet up the tension bit by bit. What's so cool here is how you can actually map out the escalation of dread. First, it's a simple mechanical problem, the glitching speaker. Then it becomes environmental. The world outside the bus is just an endless, featureless dark. Then it gets physical, with that sudden jarring stop. And finally, it becomes a direct sensory threat. It's just this perfect crescendo of wrongness. And this is where the horror gets primal. It's all about the power of sound. The description is so specific, isn't it? Slow, wet, dragging. Your brain immediately tries to create a picture to match that sound, but the story slams the door on that, telling you flat out no one was there. The scariest monster is always the one your own mind has to invent in the dark.
So now we're at the first huge turning point. Up until this moment, our passenger has just been watching weird things happen. They're an observer. But with one simple question, the driver yanks them out of the audience and throws them right into the center of the horror.
This line is just brilliant. Think about it. It's not a threat, not really. It's an accusation. It hints that some unspoken rule has been broken, that a huge mistake was made without even knowing it. Suddenly, the passenger isn't just on a weird ride anymore, they're implicated. They did something wrong. And then you get this, a tiny, concrete detail that anchors the whole impossible situation in reality. It's not some vague witching hour. No, it's 2:17 a.m. That specificity, giving a precise, mundane time to something that shouldn't be happening, that's what makes it so unbelievably chilling. Okay, so right after the driver implies the passenger messed up, the story hits us with a second reality-destroying blow. And get this, it does it with something we see every single day, a push notification on a smartphone. And boom, with that one sentence, the entire story just flips on its head. Everything, the glitching announcement, the endless darkness, the silent driver, it all suddenly snaps into a terrifying new kind of focus. Everything makes a horrible kind of sense now. So here's the twist. Laid out cold. The assumption? You're on a late-night bus. The reality? You're on a ghost bus, traveling a route that hasn't existed for 15 years. You thought the passenger was alive, just trying to get home? No, the passenger is a ghost. And that driver? He's not just some transit employee. He's more like a ferryman, guiding souls to their final destination. Now that the truth is out, the mystery is over. There's no more suspense about what's happening. All that's left is the consequence. The story now pivots from building dread to simply confirming a terrible fate. The trap is closing. Just look at this final, awful sequence of events. It's so methodical, like a checklist for the damned. The lights go out, plunging you into darkness. Then, new faces appear. They aren't attacking, they're just there, unmoving. Their horror is in their stillness, in their silence, and they're all just staring at you. You've joined the club. And the symbolism here is just perfect, isn't it?
A rearview mirror is supposed to show you what you've left behind, what's in your past. But here, it's become the only window into the passenger's new reality, a reflection filled with a crowd of silent, staring souls.
And there it is, the final line. It's an echo of that glitching announcement from the very beginning. Remember? Last stop. The system wasn't broken. It was telling the truth all along. This isn't just the last stop on a bus route. This is the last stop. Period.
So as we wrap this up, I'll just leave you with this question to chew on. What's actually scarier, seeing a ghost on a bus, or the slow, dawning realization that the world isn't what you thought it was, and that you're not just watching the horror story unfold, you are the horror story?